Now let's discuss about critical thinking and sociological thinking. Sociology is a systematic science of the studies of society. That is, sociology required more systematic and empirical evidence for your conclusion to be accepted. There must be a tested part backed up by theory or research. Sociology itself is a science. It's also a queen of science. But human imagination or thinking can be sometimes get into a stage that science can recommend it. That is, we're talking of interference of where we have when observation turn into theory, and there's another one when theory turn into mere observation. I don't think you get. As a sociology, we think and we have backup evidence. You must have your own backup evidence for what you are to project outside. You must make your findings systematically. There's guiding rules that guide your workings as a sociology. You must think rationally, and there must be empirical backup for your work. Sociology is not just a mere thinking as people thought. As if you have to think deeply, the most important of sociology is the structure of the society, how society interact. And once you are into the game of sociology, know that your thinking will be shaped, that you're able to think for yourself and think for the society as a whole. Finding what is affecting the society. Like my society, for example, we have many mindsets. That is, most foreigners call us black man with black sense, but we are the most brilliant one if you come to the society. Just that the drive and the shapes of the foreigners have gotten us into a jeopardized society, that is a corrupted society. I don't think you get it. But sociology as a course make you think rationally, see things beyond mere looking, just a vivid looking. You as a sociology, you think your thinking faculty will be upgraded to another level. That is, when you have to criticize something, you criticize with empirical evidence. A statement of evidence, that is, your thinking will be more upgraded due to your theories and go into the history of scholars. You see how they think, the way they see things is quite different from mere thinking, just a vivid thinking of, because humans are selfish. We tend to think about ourselves only. Yeah, we think about ourselves in many ways only. We don't think about our daily neighbor, our society, how and why things happen the way they eat, the way it is. But sociology will reshape your mind in thinking outside. In some cases, you will think that, what's my concern about all these things they are placing in my front and explaining to me, but it's daily applicable to your society. When you think beyond writing an exam and schooling as a sociology, then you started getting it right. You started upgrading your senses. Why do people broke? When sociology talk about poverty, they divided poverty into three types. First of all, you have to know what is poverty. But in Africa here, poverty is another thing else. Because we think if you don't build your house, don't buy car, don't get a good job, or have a functioning business, that is definition of poverty. No. Definition of poverty is not being to afford the basic need or shelter, according to the sociologists. But yeah, you see someone living fine, getting things done at his own convenient time, still lack something because you can't satisfy human. Human is insatiable. You can't satisfy. We always have wants. That's where you see a choice. What the economists call it. We have demand, we have supply, according to the economics, which is also social science, human science. So in this area, poverty is can be. I'm forgetting it. See you next video. Thank you for watching.